So I want to welcome you again, our viewers, and we bless God for the opportunity to interact with you. And we bless God even because of your response, and we want to encourage you to continue interacting with us. The numbers are there. It is a joy when we hear from you. And also you give us your views so that we can continue to become better. Again, this is Reverend George Kamanu, the senior pastor of Word of Faith Church Loilo. And it is our joy to have you so that we can continue to talk about the leader and leadership. So the main purpose of this program is just talk about leadership, trying to explore what leadership is, learning some principles about leadership. And in the last episode, we talked about the key responsibilities of a leader, and I want to recap them for you so that we can be able to flow together. Today, we want to define what leadership is. But before we go there, to become an effective leader, you must have a vision from God. You catch the vision, you communicate the vision, and you mobilize people for the vision. Number two, you must discover the potential of the people God has given you. You must develop that potential, and you must be able to deploy that potential. You give that potential work. One of the challenges of discovering potential and developing potential and not deploying potential is that potential starts to work against a leader. Every time a leader discovers the potential, they develop the potential, but somehow they become insecure of that developed potential of their people, then they don't deploy the potential starts working against them. And then number three, we said we must prepare for tomorrow. We must become legacy conscious. We become generation conscious like God. God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We think about our tomorrow. And before we can be able to define what leadership is, allow me to tell you something else so that it can be able to prepare us for what we are about to do. Is success. When we talk about success, success is what you achieve by yourself. What you can be able to achieve by yourself. What you are able to do by yourself when you are alone, we normally call that success. The second level, we call it achievement. Achievement is what you do with others. Not just alone, but you do with other people. Now, it's like there's some element of teamwork there. You are not doing alone, but you are mobilizing other people. Now, together, we do it together. Then we come to the level of significance. Significance is when you prepare people to do great work for you. Now, you have prepared them. They can be able to do great work for you. But then the last level, which is the will of God for every leader, is called legacy. When you talk about legacy, legacy is what people will do without you. What people do when you are not there, that is what we call legacy. And I want to encourage all of you listening to me, my dear leaders, is that the will of God is that we reach to the level of legacy. And you don't prepare for legacy because you are old. You prepare for legacy from the very beginning. Remember, we said this their last episode, that an effective leader prepares his or her exit from the beginning. So we start preparing for legacy from the very first, from the beginning. That's why if you go to the book of Mark, you realize Jesus chose the 12 disciples from the beginning. You start from Mark chapter 6, and he chose them and start developing them so that by the end of it all, he left the work in their hearts. There are 4 stages of developing people. Allow me to teach you that briefly, and then from there, we shall continue to define what leadership is. The first level of stage of developing people is called modeling. Modeling is when I do it, you watch. I do it, but the lead people I'm listening, they watch what I'm doing. Normally, at the level of modeling, the people I'm listening, they are like spectators. They are just watching what I'm doing because I'm modeling to them. I am doing it so that they can see it. Then the level number 2, we call it motivation level. Motivation is when we do together now. Now that they have modeled to them, they have seen how I did it. Now we reach a level whereby they join me now. Now we are at the level of achievement because modeling is the level of success. Then from modeling, then we go to motivation. From motivation, we go to mentoring. In the level of mentoring is you do it, I supervise. Already I have modeled to you. We have done it together with you. Now we come to the level of modeling. You go and do it, and I come and supervise. Then the highest level or stage of developing people is called multiplication. In the multiplication level, this is where you do it, you excel, and raise others. My prayer today for all of you that are listening to me is that may God give you the grace to rise from modeling, you go to multiplication. There are so many leaders who are staying at the level of modeling for a long time. And as we continue with this series, we are going to see the reason why. There are so many leaders, they stay at the modeling for a long time. Their work is just to do all the work, and then the other people watch them what they are doing. It's good for me to remind you this, even as you go to your areas of assignment, it's good to remember this, that an effective leader does most of the work through other people. You don't do the work yourself. You go to Exodus 18, Moses was doing everything by himself, and when Jethro came, then he brought the wisdom and told Moses, what you are doing is not right. It's not that Moses was sinning, but Moses was just at the level of modeling. My prayer is, my dear leader, you may rise from modeling. You go to the level of motivation. You go to the level of mentoring. And then you go to the level of being a father, because you have reached a level whereby you have raised people who are able to multiply themselves. Listen, an effective leader after some time becomes a supervisor, and after more time becomes a father. I pray in Jesus' name, may God help you to become a father. You get to a level whereby you raise other people, they can be able to do it even without you, because you have raised them well. I wish you a very productive day. May God help you to continue developing people. As you develop people, make sure that they are becoming better, so that you reproduce yourself and you have a great future. The future is in legacy. We want people to continue doing it even without us. God bless you. God bless you. Continue interacting with us, and we wish you well in Jesus' name.